Researching ingredients. Can you tell us a bit about why that happened and where you've been?
So hello everyone, thank you Ubud Food Festival for inviting me here. So as Ibu Jan had said, I was previously at Room for Dessert. And I was very excited to move to Indonesia because I knew this country has one of the most biodiverse environments in the world, and I expected to be able to source ingredients just from outside our doors. But as I stepped into the kitchen and as I just tried to find ingredients to source, it was very difficult. I was very surprised and a little frustrating at how hard it was to try to find someone who knew indigenous or native ingredients, how the systems weren't in place to be able to get something from, say, Flores to Bali within a reasonable amount of time without it going bad. There were a lot of factors that made me think, why isn't this beautiful country that has all this beautiful produce be able to share it with the people within the country and people visiting the country? So after my time at Room for Dessert, I decided I want to focus on this. I had met a botanist at the Bali Botanical Garden who had his life's work is studying plants, and I discovered there's this man. There are these fields of botanists that already know everything that people need to know about Indonesian plants, but no one knows about it. And from that, I decided, okay, how can we share this information that's storytelling? So I have a video, I created a little video montage of some of the videos I've been creating from the start of my project, because I realized the most important thing about documenting was not only documenting the product itself, but to document the stories behind the process of doing it. If we're saying we want people to be more engaged in what exists in this country, then how do we do that? There's only so much by saying, hey, we have this for sale, or hey, this grows here, but how can we really engage people and the younger generation into understanding what is in this country? And not only the product, but also the people and the culture and the stories behind the people that use these products. So when I created this project, I really wanted to showcase all of that. It was a big project to tackle, but I've loved what I've been doing so far. So most recently I had a trip to Sulawesi. I spent about five weeks just traveling by myself with a backpack. My Bahasa is not quite fluent, but enough to get me by. But that was part of the adventure for me. So I just discovered as I continued traveling, the people that I met and their stories that I could tell about them were so inspiring, which makes me believe that for you as an audience to want to get to know more about what exists in this country, you also have to get more interested in the people that are living in the country and their stories of what they do. And in Sulawesi, yes, I did start to find some produce that I hadn't really seen before, or produce that I thought I understood how to use, but another part of the country uses it in a completely different way. So as a chef, it's very interesting to me and to Felix, I know, to not only look at one thing in one certain way, but understand using another part of your brain to see how you can use it another way. So that's been a very valuable thing to see in my travels so far. And just seeing the cuisine, the produce, and meeting the people, this project has been lovely. So I hope after this you guys can follow my project. I incorporate photography, videos, writing as well in all of this, just to kind of bring a broad range of platforms for people to become more engaged about.